We're with you in moments, big and small. This is Polk Today Video. The 2022 Eggs and Issues Breakfast, hosted by the Rotary Club of Polk County on Thursday morning, featured 4 of the 14th District Congressional candidates in the primary race and Representative Marjorie Taylor Greene's campaign manager. Polk Today Video presents their presentations at the Eggs and Issues Breakfast, sponsored again by the Rotary Club of Polk County, in individual videos for each candidate this year. Check back after a word from this Polk Today sponsor to listen to what those candidates seeking office this year had to say. The time is almost here. Joe Nichols is live in concert at the Cedartown Performing Arts Center on Friday, March 25th. Only a few tickets remain to see Joe Nichols on stage Friday. Visit CedartownShows.com to purchase your tickets now and reserve what seats remain for the show starting at 8 p.m. Go online to CedartownShows.com to learn more about seeing Joe Nichols stop in town on the Good Day for Living tour.
All right, good morning, Polk County.
Good morning.
All right, everybody got their coffee?
Yes, sir.
I'm going to ask the candidates, if you guys don't mind, to come sit up here. And Marjorie's campaign manager, Joe, I think is here on behalf of her. This is a cool event. They used to have these apparently before COVID, so it's pretty cool. It's this doesn't happen a lot. People from both sides of the aisle coming together in Rockmart. I want to give a shout out to Rockmart Slate Corporation, City of Rockmart, Alvis Miller and Son Funeral Home, and Polk County Government, and State Senator Jason Anabanarte for providing the tables for us today. Are y'all ready?
Yeah.
This is not a debate, really. They're going to get up here and just, let y'all get to know them. We're going to ask y'all to just speak for about 5 minutes, and then if we have time, which I would love to have time, y'all can ask some questions. How does that sound? Okay. Joe, you want to go first?
Sure.
Let's go. Welcome, Joe. Joe's Marjorie's campaign manager. Have fun.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Really happy to be here today. I'm Joe Proenza. I'm Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene's campaign manager, and Marjorie wishes she could be with y'all today. She is at the Republicans Issued Conference, where the entire GOP House Conference is meeting on what the agenda is going to be when Republicans end up taking back the House in 2023 and working on what they're going to do to undo kind of the nonsense that has occurred in the Biden administration over the past 18 months or so. I wanted to, because I think everybody, knows Congresswoman Greene and the series of platforms that she has. I just wanted to tell a story today about leadership and how Marjorie Taylor Greene led on a particularly crazy thing that you would not imagine needed to be led on, but that she pushed by herself an entire group and her entire conference to do something that was for the betterment of the American people. About 3 or 4 weeks into Marjorie being seated in the House, she's sitting on the House floor and she's watching the proceedings on a random piece of legislation coming through. It's about $7 million. There are about 5 Republicans. There are about 5 Democrats on the floor, and the Speaker calls the question and asks for a vote. 5 Democrats say yay, 5 Republicans say nay. The Speaker says, in the opinion of the Speaker, the yays have it, the motion passes. And she was like, what just happened? There were 10 people in the room. I thought there were 435 members of Congress. How is this passing without everybody having to make their position known to the American people? She realized, and after some discussion with some of the Republican floor staff, that this is how almost all business is conducted in Washington. No one's recording their vote. No one's putting themselves on the record. Most of the stuff is just sliding on through. And the Democrats in control wanted to just ram through as much stuff as possible, and the Republicans probably not really caring that much and not wanting to make an issue about certain things, just said, fine, you know what, we'll pretend to be in opposition and say no, but in the end, we're not going to stand up to you. Well, there is a parliamentary procedure to where that can be prevented. So the next time this occurred, by herself and without any help from the conference, she stood up and she said when the speaker was about to allow another five vote voice vote to go through, she said, "Mr. Speaker, I'd like to call for the roll call vote." Now, what happens when you call for the roll call vote? Well, the parliamentarian's looking at the speaker, and the speaker's looking at the parliamentarian like, what do we do now? Because this doesn't really happen in Washington. There's a little bit of confusion there. The speaker reads out the entire forward of the bill and calls for the vote and says, now the vote is open. A text message goes out to 435 people, an email. In their offices, there's a clock. It bings and it starts counting down. You have 1 hour to vote. So all of those people that were in their lobbyist meetings, that were having dinner with, having lunches with fancy people, and who were not focused on doing the business of the American people because they thought that the 5-person yay vote would take care of it, now have to be on record. So for 6 weeks, that's all Marjorie did when she was in session. Sat on the floor and made that happen. Then the House Freedom Caucus took notice of what Marjorie was doing, saw that it had tremendous value in making sure that the American people knew where their representatives stood on a particular issue, on every issue, as it should be. And so they got involved. And so now, looking at that, Leader McCarthy said, "Oh, this looks like a wonderful idea." And then he adopted it. That is leadership. That is taking an opportunity, seeing that something is wrong, and doing what you can to fix it. And now she's led the entire conference to make sure that almost every single vote that goes through is now a vote that's recorded, and every single member is on the record. I believe there's over 500 bills now that are now on the record. Most Congresses in the past 2 or 3 decades, this has not been the case. To that effect, she has introduced a piece of legislation to make sure that every bill is a recorded vote. No more voice votes, no more present votes to take the coward's way out and not take a position. We're not paying members of Congress with our tax dollars to go up there to say, "I'm present." You should be present, that's the bare minimum. Take a stand, make a decision. That's what your constituents asked you to do. My name's Joe Proenza. Our team's right over here. If you have any questions or wanna join our team, we'd love to have you, and I look forward to working with you all as we re-elect Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene. Thank you very much and have a great day.
Thank you, Joe.
Hey there, folks. I'm Kevin, the editor. Thanks for tuning in to Polk Today's YouTube channel. Do us a favor and give this video a like. And if you really want more free local news and sports content, hit the subscribe button and the bell icon to be notified when we have new content available. So if you could just go ahead and hit those buttons, that'd be great. Thanks.